Hey guys, Youthful Yields here. Today, just wanted to do another portfolio update as it's Sunday. So yeah, again, not the best week. We got 19% down, about $520 in my case, which is not very good. Um, yeah, it's not fun losing, obviously, but the market as a whole has kind of gone down quite a bit this week. So we got 3.5% on the S&P, and then another, 5.5% almost on the Nasdaq. So my portfolio specifically has lost a lot because um, Bitcoin. I could show that here. Bitcoin, let's go a week, has kind of been kind of insane in a bad way. Uh, as well as there's some bad earnings that we got, which pushed USD down even further. So I was Broadcom. Broadcom lost 16%. I think they might have the earnings down here. Um, so yeah, not amazing. And mix that with the Nvidia earnings the other week. Uh, doesn't really, you know, have good effects. But if anything, this is a good time to DCA, as I always say. Now, DCAing obviously only works if you really obviously believe something's going to go back up, right? So something like Coney, I believe, is going to go back up. It's unfortunate. This is about $11. This is the lowest I think ever been, uh, which is crazy. But I think it's gonna come back up, to be honest. I just do want to exit this pretty soon. As soon as it goes back up and I basically break even, I think I'm gonna leave. But the good news is, as you can see, we have about $57 pending from the dividends. So it's decent. Then we have for each of these, we have $21. It's about $72. $41 from Misty. So that's about what, like 113 or something. Usually keep getting some decent payouts. I really want to put more into Roundhill stuff this next coming week, especially with the release of RDTE. AMZ we got $10. That's what is that, 113. It's like 123 or 124-ish. And we have $2.50. So just say 127 or something. I don't know. Or 126. So $126 ish for our dividend payments this month. I'd say that's pretty decent, but definitely not where I want to be. The market as a whole, though, has been kind of shoddy the last month. If I go here, and S&P apparently has gone up 1.5%, but Nasdaq's pretty much stayed the same. But I don't know. Obviously, also matters on when you get in because that was also the low. That was the crash of August. So probably was doing a lot better now than it was then. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, there's gonna be months like this or weeks like this where your portfolio is down a lot, but that's just something you kind of have to kind of deal with. You have to accept, especially with something like a leveraged fund. With USD, I'm down more than I usually would be with something like a semiconductor ETF because it's leveraged. But that's what I signed up for. So I kind of have to expect that, right? That's just how they work. Um, but yeah. So I'm you know I wouldn't say disappointed, but I obviously don't like being in the red. But I do think it's gonna turn around somewhat soon, especially with Bitcoin and or sorry, Coney and Misty. So Misty is also down 16%. Sorry, 18%. And I know Coney and Misty are gonna go back up when Bitcoin goes back up because those are both tied to it in in a in different ways, but they're both tied to it. So like I said, once Bitcoin goes back up, I'm gonna sell out of these two. Uh hopefully. And then I'm probably gonna put these funds into more stable funds, right? So this amount of money into more stable funds, such as XDTE. I know everyone keeps raving about QDTE, and that's, it has a higher yield, but XDTE has virtually no, uh, what's it called? NAV decay. So if I go here, XDTE, and go to max, over time, obviously, again, you have to look at that in comparison with S&P, but 3.5 or almost 4% versus QDTE's probably 13%. And the nice thing is, as some people have pointed out before, they don't seem to be experiencing NAV decay from their dividend payouts. Uh, so yeah, so I'm probably gonna be able to put some more into this. Like I think I went in through another video to say, okay, I kind of want to do like 30%. Well, here's kind of what I'm been thinking, right? So 40% in XDTE for the stability, and then 30% in QDTE and 30% in RDTE, right? Split those like that, and I think you're gonna be getting a pretty decent yield, as well as, Brown Hill seems to be more stable. So there's that. Plus, once uh the Granite Shares funds come out, I'm gonna just observe those from afar for the time being because those could go very well or very poorly. So we'll just have to wait and see. Um, I advise anyone. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do advise people looking at these funds to at least let them sit and soak for a while before trying to get in, because you never know what you never know what you're getting into. With a case like Tesla, right? A case like Tesla, uh, you would have bought in around $40, right? And now it's sitting at $12. So you probably lost a lot of money. Now, obviously, there's been months and months and months of payments for dividends and whatnot, but still. So yeah, that's all I have for today. And as always, I wish you guys a wealthy future.